Okay, so you're probably watching this while sat on the toilet. Well, there's no judgment here. Right, resealed packs. Something's come to our attention here at SWC about some packs that are resealed. Let me just get some of these things lined up so I can run through some bits with you here. So I wanted to do a quick video on different types of packs that can be resealed and what they are, what they do, and really what to look out for, really. Now, this is different from fake packs, okay? So a fake pack is a pack that's been made deliberately with fake contents. These are genuine packs that have been opened and the contents has been checked, and they've either amended the contents, the cards inside, or they've just returned the contents because it's not got a big hit in it and they've just resealed the pack. So I'm going to go through a few things with you just to kind of give you an idea of the kind of ways they can do these reseals. Now, this isn't a full list, nor do I propose to be any kind of expert, but at least we can start the conversation in the comments, and then that's my job done. So really, I kind of want to build people's knowledge on this as best I can, and then if you want to add any more to it, then please be my guest. You know, the more we talk about it, the better educated we're going to be. So we can't deny that there's been a growth in wrestling cards over the last few years, and we're bound to see more and more scammers coming into the market to try and get rich quick and to try and take advantage of people. So we're going to see this, and it's going to get more and more prevalent. It's just the way things go. I'm going to run through a few telltale signs for the different packs of what to look out for. But again, I'm no expert, so, you know, we'll go from there. Now, with any pack, you do have chances to get high-end or low-end cards. Now, you could open 20 packs and get nothing, and that could just be bad luck, but that could be a red flag that you've got some suspicious packs that have been tampered with. There's a few bits of advice that I can give you. So, for example, if you have a small number of packs, if you think that they're odd, see if you can buy another sealed pack from another seller just to compare. Now, that's just a very basic idea across all different types of packs. Now, you might not be financially viable to do that, but it is just an option. So, let's go through the different types of packs. So, I've got a few different examples here as to the different types of packs you can get. So first of all, this is a foil pack, okay? So this will be the first one that I'm going to run through with you in a moment. So it's called a foil pack because it's kind of plasticky. It sometimes has this shine on it, but generally there's a few characteristics you can look out for with foil packs. We've also then got paper packs, which is something like this here. So this is generally what they use for sticker packs, and this is like a paper pack. Again, I'll run through some telltale signs about these if they've been tampered with as well. And then finally, we have wax packs. So generally, these are kind of like in between a paper and a foil. Well, not really a foil, but a paper and a plastic. And I'll run through some tips with you on how to spot if these have been tampered with as well. A bit of an oddity. This is a bit of an in-between. If you've ever had one of these packs before, this is kind of like a hybrid between a foil and a paper pack. It's kind of like in the middle between the two. It's quite an odd pack. But anyway, we'll run through some examples with you here and what kind of things to look for. So foil packs. Let's start with this. These will generally have 3 different ways that you can get into the pack. Okay. You'll have a top seal, which effectively is just ripping the pack from the top like that. A bottom seal, which again, very, very similar. You can rip it like that. Or you can, again, both with top and bottom. I'm not going to do this, but you could effectively rip this part and rip it open from there. You also have what's called a back seal, which is this back part here. Now, again, this will, if you fiddle around with it enough, you will be able to... I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the video as such, but you can then separate this. You can see there I'm able to kind of move that a little bit, and you can kind of split it open like a banana. Now, you will generally not see the back seal that being tampered with. The reason why is because even if you open the back seal, you will then have to open the top or the bottom to be able to get to the cards inside. So generally what happens is the top seals or the bottom seals that are generally opened. Now, what you're looking for when you buy a foil pack is there any difference between the 2 seals on the top and the bottom? And the kind of things that you're going to be looking for will be, does one feel thicker than the other. The reason why it might feel thicker is because whoever's opened it and then tried to reseal it might have used a different glue to be able to reseal it. If it feels stiffer than the other top and the bottom, again, same reason it could be a glue that's been used. Now you have to think, when these are in the factory, they use the same type of glue on each side when they run them across the lines, okay? So if it feels different from either end, that's a sign that it could, and again, I'm going to stress could, have been tampered with. Now the other thing that you want to look for is if there's any, what I call, and this isn't an official term, what's called overhang. So where this has been crimped, so you can see there's a crimp line, and you'll see that on both the top and the bottom. Where there's a crimp line, that's where the cutter of the machine cuts the packs when they come off of the line. Now the overhang would be if you've got like the front of the pack and the bottom of the pack overhang like that when they've been stuck back down. So you would generally, in this instance, you'd probably then see, you know, the silver of one of the sides overhanging where it's been stuck back down. You don't get that when they come off the factory as such, because when they're cut, they are cut with almost like a guillotine and it's a straight cut line. So again, if there's any overhang or if there's any feel in the difference between the stiffness between the top and the bottom, could be a sign that it's been resealed. Now again, this isn't a definitive list, this is just a few ideas that I've picked up over the years of looking out of different packs. So let's move on to wax packs. Now the reason why they're called wax is because they have a kind of waxy feel to them, but there isn't actually, I think there might be a wax substance on the paper, but that might be why, I don't know, but you can feel that they're slightly different. Right, now they've stopped using wax packs years ago because they were so easy to actually open up. Now you could say, for example, this pack here could well have been resealed because it looks a bit crimped and a bit weird and a bit odd. Generally these would be flattened down and they'd be quite flat, but with these packs, if I show you, this is one that's already been opened, as you can tell. You can see this one very flat, very smooth. This one could have been, I'm not saying has been, but could have been resealed, but it's kind of unlikely. There's not really much of a reason to reseal these packs. They're quite cheap. They're not massively expensive. Now, two things to look out for. Inside some of these wax packs, you have a sticker of gum. I don't know if you're able to even see that. You might be able to see a difference in, see a little bit of red just under there. That is the stick of gum that's in here. If when you have these packs, if you can you hear that? The gum is loose in that pack. Now that could be a sign that this has been disturbed in the past. Again, not definitive, but it could well be. In general, when you open these packs, they suffer from a really bad situation where you can see that the gum has stained the inside of the pack. It does that to the top card as well, so you end up with the top card ruined because it's been stuck with a bit of gum. That's one sign to look for if the gum has been disturbed. The second thing to look for, have you got dual crease lines where the pack, I don't know if I can zoom in a bit here, will it focus a bit on this one? I don't know if my camera is going to focus so much on here. Oh, you can see it. Okay, so you might be able to see, come on camera. Well, you can't really see it on this one, but take my word for it. You might then see two different lines where the pack has been refolded and resealed. Do you know, like if you iron a pair of trousers or pants for our American friends, if you don't get that line ironed correctly down the front of the trousers, you get like a double line. That's kind of what you could be looking for. Again, could be a reason that they've been tampered with or resealed. Right, lastly, paper packs. So these are notoriously bad for their level of glue and the quality of glue that they're going to be using. Now, generally, these aren't normally opened and then resealed. The reason why is that when you open these, normally they tear really, really easily. So they're actually really easy to destroy when you open the pack. What tends to happen is the glue fails. And what I mean by that is this, okay? The glue, obviously there's no stickers in here, this is just an empty pack, but the glue itself just fails after however many years the pack has been around, and the pack just flops open on one of the sides. Now, this is the biggest reason why sellers, or scammers will resell these types of packs, because if they notice that the glue has failed, they can go, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll open it up, I'll have a cheeky look at the cards inside, and then I'll just replace them and I'll put some new glue around it and sell it as resealed. Now, one thing that you can do in this situation to see whether or not, if you think that has happened, is if you hold these packs up sometimes to a really strong torchlight behind it, you can sometimes see if there's been blobs of glue that have been put onto the seal. If you see blobs, bad sign. Generally, these are done with either a brush or a spray glue when they're in the factory, so it's a really even coating of glue. So if you see blobs, or if you can feel blobs even when you run your finger along the edges, bad sign, because that means that someone's tried to then re-administer glue to the edge of the pack, and again, not good. You might get overhang. So again, I mentioned before, overhang being where one side is kind of poking out on the from behind the other. On paper packs where the glue's failed, again, yes, you may get overhangs. They're quite difficult to kind of stick back together in that sense. So again, these are all kind of, they're sort of red flags, maybe orange flags. It's really difficult. But there is one bit of advice I will give everybody when you're buying sealed packs to open. If you're spending a lot of money on sealed, so a pack of this sealed, for example, would probably be around about $25, $30, something like that. This is quite a rare rep. I mean, I don't even have a sealed pack. I just have an empty pack. Okay. My advice would be to just make a video of you opening the pack from the postal package that it came in. So the very first time you lay eyes on it, you're already filming it. And I'm not saying YouTube quality. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is film yourself opening for the very first time the pack, because what you want to look for is, can you immediately spot that it's been resealed? And if you can then potentially go back to the seller and say, what are you playing at? I think this has been resealed. And again, if you're then opening the pack and you think it's tampered with, you're still filming it, you're still recording yourself going through that process to say, you know, has it been tampered with or resealed, for example. And again, if I just show you with a paper pack here, this is going to be really difficult for me to try and open without destroying the pack. I can't sort of pry it open with that. The only way I'm going to be able to do it is by effectively just destroying the pack. Yeah, okay, so if the glue failed, then I'd make that a lot easier to be able to do. And we'll have a quick look here, see what we got. What do we get? Oh, Drew, Randy, Charlotte, Golden Rose. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, so you see, look, I've destroyed the pack just to open it. So those paper packs, for example, they're really difficult to be able to open and keep them together. But my advice, film, okay? Scammers want us to not talk about these packs that have been resealed. They do not want us to corroborate with what we're finding. Now, the thing is, if we spot a pack that's been resealed, it's likely the scammer has 10 others waiting to sell on, okay? So if you do find a pack that you think has been tampered with, if you don't want to go public with it yourself, send the video or the evidence or your information over to us here at Submit Wrestling Cards. We will happily and anonymously bring it to the community and say, look, what do we guys think? Can we keep an eye out on this particular pack or set that we think may have been resealed? Okay, stay safe. Any problems, please ask us here. Reach out to us at SWC. We're more than happy to answer these questions. Our number one priority, me and Kev were talking earlier today, our number one priority is making sure that the community is safe. Okay, if you're like all of us, we're putting money into this, we're collecting, we're investing, we're building. We don't want to be ripped off by people who think they can make a quick buck. All right, that's not anything that what we want to do and what we're here for. So yeah, any problems, reach out to us, let us know, and we will help you out as best as we can. So let me know what your comments are. If you've got any tips or tricks, please put them in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and speak to you soon. Thanks, everyone.